60 pounds. Heavy or light? Begin with the H. No, H, okay. That is heavy, okay? If that anvil all of a sudden started like scooting across the table, you would look for some reason for that, wouldn't you? Maybe you'd look for maybe a rope that you can't see, or maybe a magnet or something. This is just not going to move of itself, is it? There's going to be a reason for it to move. Hey, this is 20th century. We know there are reasons for things, right? I take this ball, okay? This ball, put this ball. That ball starts all of a sudden going up in the air. You'd look for maybe a string that you can't see or something, right? Things don't move of themselves, do they? Or do they?
Poltergeist?
Yeah, or do they, okay? We're going to talk about that. A fellow by the name of Aristotle, who was a giant for the human intellect in advancing humankind, way back 4th century BC, classified many things and brought knowledge to a very, very high point. But Aristotle made some mistakes. And not to emphasize his mistakes, but one of the mistakes Aristotle made was that if something's moving, again, there's got to be a reason for it. Things don't move of themselves. And so he said if something moves, it's because there's a force pushing or pulling. This thing started moving, you'd look for a force, wouldn't you? Aristotle also. And so he made that one of the dictums, that if something's moving that doesn't ordinarily move, then there's a force acting. And boom, that was carved in stone in the medieval years. But it bothered some people. Because, take, for example, a cannonball shot from a cannon. Here's a cannonball, okay? You put that inside the cannon. What makes the cannonball move? Well, you got some gunpowder back here. You ignite the gunpowder, it expands. Got no room to expand. What's in the way? The cannonball. And so what's the cannonball do? Moves. And the gunpowder pushes the cannonball out. No mystery. Here was the mystery. Once the gunpowder has spent itself and the cannonball is outside, it's still moving. What's keeping it moving now? Woo! You take a bow and an arrow. You pull the arrow back. You let go. Boom! It's easy to see what makes the arrow move. That string is stretched right again. That string is pushing on it. That's what moves. Fine. But when the string is no longer pushing, guess what, gang? It keeps on moving. If it's moving, there's got to be a force.